Hello everybody, this is Edward Hopkins with BeaconSnap. In this video, I am going to train you on how to use our SMS campaigns. First, you want to go over to the left-hand side bar, click on SMS Campaigns. The first thing you want to do is you want to add a new campaign. To add a new campaign, when you first get to this page is always in the mode to create a new campaign. To edit a campaign, just simply click on the campaign and it'll automatically put all the information from your previously entered campaign. But we want to add a new campaign. So the first thing we want to do is we want to enter a campaign title. Always refer to these little question mark boxes here by clicking on them to get helpful hints on what to put here. So we're going to put our campaign title in here. And this is just for your reference. Next, we're going to put our campaign description. This is also just for your reference. Next, we want to choose a campaign phone number. This is the phone number that people will text in and also get messages from your system. So we have several options here. If you have the USA shortcode set up in your settings, you can choose the USA shortcode. Otherwise, it'll show all the Twilio numbers that are attached to your admin account at Twilio. Anytime you see the words assigned elsewhere, that means that phone number is currently assigned to another system. Now keep in mind, by selecting one of these numbers, it's automatically going to overwrite any settings for that phone number that you have it attached to in another system. So as soon as I assign a number that says assigned elsewhere, if that number was assigned, it'll no longer be able to be used by that other system. You always want to usually pick numbers that are marked as available. So I'm going to choose a number that says available. And next thing I want to do is I'm going to create my campaign keywords. This is the words that people will type into their text messaging on their phone that will allow them to subscribe to your campaign. For each one, you want to type in the word, then hit the enter carriage, and then you can choose the next one as well. You can use as many keywords as you want for people to enter into this campaign. Next, we want to enter the campaign message. This is the message that is sent out once they subscribe. You can do several things on this message. You can either just welcome them to the list, but you can also welcome them and also offer them a deal with maybe a link to a coupon. It's totally up to you how you want to operate. If you want to deliver a picture, a video, or a document, so I want to send this picture right here. Click on open, and it'll say it's ready to upload. The next thing you want to do is you want to center already a member of the list message. So if they've already texted in or subscribed, maybe they forgot and they texted in these keywords again, this is a message that they're going to get when they try to resubscribe to your list when they're already in there. You can also, if you want, in that message, if they text it in, you could tell them to present this message to get 20% off their next visit, as an example. But you do not need to offer anything on any already member SMS message. We also have the option to deliver a coupon, image, or anything else via MMS, but we're not going to do it for the already member SMS message, so we're just going to leave that blank and not do anything with it. Next, we can subscribe them to an existing client in the system. All you have to do is select one that you've already set up. If you're not going to assign this to a client, you're always going to want to select orphan. In this case, I'm going to select orphan. Now we have options in our flow where before they get the campaign message here, we can actually send them asking them for their name, email, and birthday. So if we want to ask for their name, we can say, please reply with your name. And if we want to get their email, please reply with your email. And if we want to get their birthday, please reply with your birth month. And you want to show them an example of the format how you want. As easy as that. The next option we have here is if we want to have a compliance message go. Now, if you choose a short code, upon texting in any of these keywords, the subscriber or potential subscriber is going to get asked a question if they agree to subscribe, reply with the word yes. By default, Twilio, yes messages are not recommended, but TCPA regulations are starting to tighten up, and you might want to consider using a yes message to get people to be fully compliant on your list. So I'm going to force a long code compliance message, and this is an automated message that goes out. Next, since we're done here, we can click on Save Campaign. And we'll see that the campaign has been saved and added down here. We can come in here and edit this at any time. Next, let's go to notifications. This is an option on your campaign. If you want to notify an email every time somebody subscribes, what you can do is enter all the emails that you want to get notified. And you want to separate those with a comma if you're doing more than one. Otherwise, just do one. Then you want to enter the subject line that's going to get delivered to that email address. Next, our email body. The email format that we'll send is this will be the body of the email at the top, and then all the details about the lead will be below it. So always keep that in mind. If you want to notify a phone unsubscribe, click on this button, enter all the phone numbers separated by comma. You always want to include the country code. So the United States, we're just going to use 1734 because I have the country code here, and then the rest of the number. Now with SMS messages on the notifications, we have options to grab all the data via tokens and put them in the message. We can enter the campaign title, which will be automatically filled when it sends it to whoever's getting notified. Then we can put the details about that customer. If we're collecting the name, we can put customer name, customer email if we're collecting it, and customer phone. Once we're done, we just hit Save SMS Campaign. And now those notifications should be saved. If I click on BeaconSnap Test again, go to notifications, you'll see it saved everything. So we got these settings saved. Now let me talk about the logicals. Logicals is a way for your customers to retext in, maybe to get a special offer or get a different message. So let's say after the person has been subscribed, we tell the customer via maybe television, radio, or print media, or maybe in store via an agent telling a person texting a keyword. When they text in this keyword, we can invoke another response based on just these subscribers that are in this particular list. So I'm going to say if keyword reply is deal 99, we want to send them a SMS or MMS. MMS, we can send a picture along with the text, but I just want to send a text. And we can set the date that this keyword is viable. So we want to do it if the date is before the 23rd. So if somebody texts in the keyword deal99 before the 23rd day of June on 2017, they will get this message. Otherwise, it'll go right into the inbox, which I'll explain later. You can add unlimited number of logical keywords to your system. So we're going to save this campaign. Next, we're going to go into QR codes. Anytime you create a campaign keyword, whether it be in the campaign keywords or in logicals, it'll create QR codes for print advertising. So if I refresh, go to QR codes, every single QR code will be representative of each keyword. You just right click it, save image as, and you can put that in your print media. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and test this system. First thing I want to do is I want to grab our phone number here, 1-330-306-9696. So I'm going to go ahead and text in the keyword BeaconSnap to this phone number. First I want to show you a test what the compliance message will look like, whether it be from long code or short code. So I'm going to enter the phone number. And then the keyword BeaconSnap. I'll hit send. And this is what it comprises of a compliance message. So here we have Beacon, text yes to join, BeaconSnap, test alerts, message and data rates may apply, reply stop to cancel, reply stop to quit. So this is telling the user that this is their question to subscribe, and they won't be subscribed unless they reply yes. Now, the data inside of this is, for example, here, Beacon, this is taken from your agency setup. Your company name is going to be here. If you choose a list other than Orphan, it's going to inherit that company name and put that first. The campaign title is always going to appear as the alert type. So that's the name of the list they're subscribing to. So always keep that in mind. Not only is this for reference, but it's also for the compliance message. If you're ever setting up a shortcode campaign after you've already assigned a Twilio number to it, you need to delete your existing keywords and then type in the new keywords because they might not be available because another user might be using that same keyword with that shortcode. So I'm going to check out BeaconSnap, hit enter, and it is available. Pizza, and you'll see it does not exist, so we cancel it and try again. BeaconSnap 2, and we'll see that those are good keywords. Click on save, and then let's go to notifications here. We're good there. And on logicals, you gotta do the same thing. So I'm gonna do BeaconSnap 3. Click on save. And it allowed that keyword. So now let's go ahead and test that with the shortcode and see how that works. So I'm going to text in BeaconSnap. Click send. It'll send me the compliance message. I'm going to reply yes. Hit send. And then I should get my campaign message. And then you'll see here, we got our image and we got our campaign message. Now I'm going to text in a logical keyword. Actually, I spelt that wrong. So I'm going to go to BeaconSnap 3. And then you'll see it sends this message here. So you can see the entire flow, how everything works. Now, if you see here, I did spell this wrong. I'll explain to you where this is going to go. So if I refresh this list, I can now see the subscribers, and there I am. If I had reply with name, reply with email, and reply with birthday here, it would show their email, their phone, their birthday, and their name. But I just had it set up to where only the phone number is being used. So inside of your inbox here, this is how this works. What you do is you can set up an email to get notified when a bad keyword arrives. This is usually a reply. This way you can text chat with a customer. Every time they reply, you will get a text chat request via text, and you can chat on your mobile web browser. So enter the email to get notified and all the phone numbers to get notified. Click on save. You can also customize the notifications. This is the message that will go inside of the text. You have a new company name inbox reply from number, it'll say the phone number, click here to respond, and then it'll have automatically put a shortcode link to the chat. So you see I had some bad keywords come in, and in my demo, I accidentally entered BNAP3 instead of BSnap. So now I can reply to that person because I got notified. Send my reply. And you see I just got that. Then I can reply as a customer. And then this should refresh, but it'll also notify you when that new text comes in from that customer. It's a great way to anonymize your phone number from your customers, but still be able to communicate with them via text. Next, let's get into the SMS scheduler. To send a blast, enter a broadcast name. This can be any name you want it to be. Click here if you want to send it instantly. To schedule it, select the date, the month, and the day, the year, the month, and the day you want it to go out, and the hours, minutes, and seconds. So we want to send it at 7:07 p.m. And then you put in your text. I'm just going to send it instantly. You can also send an image, but I'm not going to do it in this case. And I want to send it to the BeaconSnap test list. You can send it to multiple lists, but I'm just going to send it to this one. I'm going to send the broadcast. It'll tell me when it's done. And you'll see the message down here. It then goes into your list of sends as well. Anything that is pending will go into the pending SMS queue. Once they've sent, they'll drop into the SMS broadcast sent. Lastly, we have the SMS forms. Essentially what this allows you to do is create a form and then place it on your website so you can get visitors from the web to subscribe. To do this, first put in your form name, and then your button name. This is the button call to action name to get them to press it to send the information. Next, our button color. You can make this any color you want to match your website. I'm going to make it green. Choose the form type. There's two types. We have modal and inline form. Inline form will just put a form on your website wherever you place it. A button modal will just put a button, and then a pop-up will appear to collect the information of the user. I'm going to choose button modal. Then I'm going to choose my background color for my modal. I'm going to choose gray. We're going to choose our form element size. This is the size of the text. We'll do medium. I have the option to ask for name and email, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I want to do the phone placeholder. We can also ask for the burst month, but we're not going to do that on this form. Our form header text. Next, the success message after they've hit the button to subscribe. And then we want to choose a list for them to subscribe to. I'm going to choose orphan. And I can also subscribe them to an existing campaign. I'm going to subscribe them to the BeaconSnap test. Click on save. And now you see my first form has shown up here. Your next step is to go into your WordPress or your HTML editor. Grab this code. Copy it. And wherever you want to place this on your website, place the code. So I'm going to go into one of my websites here, and I want to put it before this here. I'm going to paste it in. Click on save. And now I'm going to go to my local lead machines, refresh it. Now we see a subscribe button there. Now we can click on it and we can subscribe. Now before I do the subscribe again, I'm going to go back to my list because I believe I'm already on that list. So I'm going to go to keyword campaigns, BeaconSnap test, subscribers. I'm going to remove myself. Go here to the form, enter my phone number. Click subscribe. And then I get the message, congrats, you're a VIP member. And then you can just close it out. Now you see here, I get the message. Now, because this is a double opt-in, I can now get the message from directly without the yes compliance. You'll see here I got all the messages. So this concludes the training on using the SMS system. We'll be adding features to it as we move forward. But there's enough here to get you started so you can run some very effective SMS campaigns.